My name is Ishmael Ogunbowale. I dey here for Sahara TV. They introduce to you the holy Dr. Injakore Damages.
Welcome to the show. My name is Dr. Damages. We're coming to you from the greatest city in the world.
New York City!
Yes, New York City is so great that in our own eyes, our subway system that is used by 5.6 million people every day is collapsing. When I say collapsing, I mean total collapse.
Wow,
like in total eclipse. Oh yeah. I'm not talking about delays, train derailments, beggars in the train, signal problems, pickpockets, people peeing in the train, or even rats chasing you around in the train. No. I'm talking about total gridlock.
What? Subway power outages, long delays, and even a derailed subway car led New York Governor Andrew Cuomo to declare a state of emergency for the system back in June.
That the current state of decline is wholly unacceptable.
I know. It's terrible. In America. Now, here is the reaction of our mayor. What?
Mayor de Blasio was often seen in a two-car caravan being driven 12 miles from Gracie Mansion to his Park Slope gym. But with frustration over subway service mounting, his honor vows to be a limousine liberal, an SUV liberal, no more.
I know. He came down from his SUV and took a ride in a train for the first time.
I said, that was the first time?
Politicians. They are the same everywhere in the world. Everywhere. Mayor Bill de Blasio, his solution to the crumbling subway system is to tax millionaires to get the money to fix it. I know, it's a good thing, but it's not going to go down well with President Donald Trump. It's not, especially now, you know, it won't go down well. Yeah, of course, he's a New Yorker. Did you hear that the U.S. Congress, that people there are beginning to question in the open the mental stability of Donald Trump? I didn't make it up. Wow. Watch them.
Democrat Zoe Lofgren asked if Trump has early-stage dementia. She said she wants a mental exam conducted.
I know. They said they wanted mental examination. Sorry. That's not my area. That is not my area of specialty. Wow. I don't envy the doctor that will examine the brain of Donald Trump. He's going to see rats and other things. Okay. You know what? Listen to the man.
We have to close down our government. We're building that wall.
The president throwing more red meat to his base.
Wow.
How do you examine somebody like that? Why do you want to close down the government to build a wall? Isn't Mexico supposed to pay for the wall?
Yes.
Is that what happened? Did anything change? And you want to examine his head? Listen.
It's embarrassing, and I don't mean for us, the media, because he went after us, but for the country. This is who we elected president of the United States.
Wow. I know. I'm telling you, folks, you need a bigger and low energy doctor to handle the job of examining the head of Donald Trump. It's not an easy job. No, it's not. It's not. You need 24-hour surgery. Now, the good news is that Americans have an opportunity to vote Donald Trump out in 3.5 years' time.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Does it mean he's going to be there for that long?
Yes.
Damn. We are going to grow old watching this man and his drama. Anyway, in some African countries, a man like Trump could be there for 30 years or more. Imagine that. 30 years or more. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There are many countries in Africa. That was exactly what happened in Angola. Since 1979, the country has had one president, Jose dos Santos. You know the guy. He's a friend. Yeah. He's the second longest serving president in the world. The second longest. Mr. Dos Santos is stepping down after 38 years in power. I know. We know this because there was an election on Wednesday, and for the first time in 38 years, he was not a candidate for president. Oh yeah. And as expected, Dos Santos, defense minister, the man they call the heir apparent, yeah, he won the election. Landslide. There was no contest. Now, don't be sorry for Dos Santos. He took care of himself and his family before he stepped down. Oh yeah. His daughter, is the richest woman in Africa. she's still the head of the Angola's national oil company. Yeah. The other NPC, yeah. She's like Angola's Desiani, Alison Madeke. Just imagine if Desiani was the daughter of Nigeria's president.
Yes.
For the last 38 years.
Imagine.
Desiani, we all know, Desiani was just Goodluck Jonathan's sweet Brent, you know what I mean? For just 5 years, and she stole all those money.
Hey.
Imagine what she would have done, the money she would have stolen if she were to be the daughter of the president.
Hey.
Anyway, Dos Santos took care of himself before leaving. He will remain the head of the party, the political party, the MPLA. He will remain the head of the party, yeah. And the new president will not be able to fire him. He also got it signed in law that the new president will not be able to sack the head of the police, the head of the military, and the head of the intelligence.
Wow.
Oh yeah. For the next 8 years, those people cannot be fired, This, the guys, of course, they are his boys and his cronies. And he figured out that in 8 years' time, he will be dead. So what does he care? And you think your country is a banana republic where rats are chasing your president out of his office.
Yes.
No. There are worse countries in Africa. I'm not done. Mr. Dos Santos is immune from persecution. You can't bring any charges against him. Prosecution, nothing, no charges against him. Now, imagine what Sani Abacha would have done if he was immune from persecution.
Prosecution?
What am I saying? He was immune. Yeah, he had immunity. He just did not expect persecution from the hands of Indian prostitutes. Yeah. Oh yeah. That was the difference. That was the difference. Anyway, talking about leaders and persecutions. So Buhari returned from London last week. Did you guys know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he returned. Oh yeah. Other than when he spoke to Nigerians in Hausa, Nigerians had not heard from their president for over 103 days.
Wow.
Each day, Nigerians went to work and they see the picture of their president on the wall, but the man was nowhere. So can you imagine the expectation when it was announced that Buhari will be addressing the nation? I was excited.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Maita Matsule.
We are therefore expecting much from you. We are expecting much from you.
Look at him. Oh yeah. We were expecting so much.
Insha'Allah, you will succeed. Insha'Allah, nobody will laugh at us.
Yes, we were hoping that whatever Buhari will say will not make the likes of Ayo Fayoṣe and Femi Fani-Kayode to laugh at us. That was what we were hoping for. Now, I don't know about you, but I was glued to my TV, waiting for Buhari to make his first speech to Nigerians. I mean, if your father suddenly left home and disappeared for 103 days, you expect him upon return to tell you something that explains what happened. Isn't that normal?
Did you say father?
What? Okay. If the vice president says that Buhari treats him like a son, who am I to refuse to see him as a father?
Yes, you're right.
Who am I? Okay, father of the nation. Okay. Are you happy now? Okay, say baba. So I waited. At exactly 2 a.m. New York time, Buhari emerged and read a speech.
Was that pre-recorded?
Watch.
But I was distressed to notice that some of the comments, especially in the social media, have crossed our national red lines.
I know.
That shot?
No. Did you hear what he said? Can you imagine this? Wait, I can't believe this. He is scolding us. I don't know about you, but that wasn't what I was expecting.
No.
So your absentee father comes home and sees the house in disarray. Didn't even give you bread. Immediately he read the Riot Act.
In 2003, after I joined partisan politics, the late Chief Emeka Ojukwu came and stayed as my guest in my hometown, Daura.
Can you imagine that?
No, wow.
Hey!
Wow!
Really? Did he just drop Chukwuemeka Ojukwu's name?
Yes.
Hey, yeah. Ikemba. No. That must be the best way Buhari could come up with how to appeal to Nnamdi Kanu and the Biafrans. That must be what happened there. You know, poor Buhari. Did it work? It didn't work. I don't think so. These Biafrans didn't even believe that he met Ojukwu.
Yes.
That is not what the Biafrans were expecting to hear. In fact, so many of them questioned if what the president said actually happened.
Yes.
Even though Ojukwu's son now came out and said that, oh yeah, my father met with Buhari, they did not believe it. Now, it is unfortunate that Ojukwu is no longer here for us to confirm with him what they discussed in 2003. See? I am not saying that Buhari is lying. After all, we have the picture, you know. But I don't know whether his ear infection when he started, you know. And I know whether you know what he had, whether it's what he's telling us, you know. So I did something. Thank God I have a phone. I placed a call to Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu. Yeah, I did. I called him. I think he's in purgatory somewhere there. And I asked him one question, you know. I said, what is all these things about? What is it about? Listen to his answer. Wait. No. Ikemba. I wasn't talking about the crowd that welcomed Buhari home. I was talking about Nigeria and the settled matter that Buhari said that there is no negotiation anymore. That's what I'm talking about. No, Ikemba. I think you don't understand. I know the war is over. Or is it? You know, I'm just saying, did you tell Buhari that everything is settled? That's what people want to know.
Yes, I led the first one. And I will say to everyone, I led proudly the first one. I don't think a second one is necessary.
Hello, we lost Ikemba. Well, my airtime finished. Not that we lost him. My airtime finished, and I could not get the answer I wanted. Later on, I called him back for one last time. I asked him specifically, what did you discuss with Buhari in 2003 at his guest house? What's his answer?
Am I part of the leadership of Nigeria? I thought that door was closed. And I was caught on the other side. So I don't count when it comes to that. And that is one of the problems that Nigeria has.
Is it just me, or does it seem like there is too much noise where Ojukwu is? I think there's too much noise. Can you heard that? You see?
My people go!
Let's just forget about Ojukwu. Forget about him. You know, after all, Buhari, he talked to Buhari in 2003. Forget about Ojukwu. Buhari remembered what he discussed with Emeka Ojukwu in 2003. But he forgot what Maitama Sule told him just before he was sworn in as president in 2015.
Power can remain in the hands of an infidel if he is just and fair. But it will not remain in the hands of a believer if he is unfair and unjust.
And he said, yeah, even infidel that is fair does better than a believer that is unfair. Listen to the man. Listen to the man.
Behind every crisis anywhere in the world is injustice.
You see? Oh, please. No. There's an exception to this one, you know? Like those Biafran kids and the Oduduwa boys and those Bendel rascals who do not even have a flag. I mean, they do not deserve that little stubborn thing called justice. Or do they?
No.
Do they?
No.
Nah.
The world itself can never be governed by force, never by fear, even never by power. In the end, what governs is the mind, what conquers is the spirit. And the weapons of governing the mind and conquering the spirit are justice and fair play.
Oh yeah. I often wonder what happens when we cross the red line of justice. Do you know? I don't know. Does it mean that rats will infest our offices as punishment? Is that a punishment? are rats the kind of justice warriors? Is that what they are? I don't know. The U.S. President Donald Trump recently moved out of the Oval Office.
Hey.
Oh yeah, so that workers could renovate the building. The office was infested by ants. Not rats, by ants. Oh, it happened. Oh yeah, it happened. Oh yeah. Remember when Obama was being interviewed and a fly buzzed around and he smacked the... You remember? I remember.
Yes,
Watch it.
That's the most persistent fly I've ever seen. Nice.
Now, where were we?
You see, so it happens. The White House is infested. It's just that in America, we try to keep such news in the down low. We don't talk about it. Quietly, Obama awarded a contract for them to renovate the Oval Office. We wouldn't have known this if Trump could keep a secret. But speaking to his golf buddies, he called the White House a dump. Now, if the White House is a dump, what is Aso Rock? What do you call Aso Rock?
Garbage.
Garbage. Of course, that explains it. It has to be garbage, because if it's not garbage, how could rats be moving around there freely, smoking and drinking in the office? Let us see the reaction out there to this news that rats took over Buhari's office in Aso Rock.
Wow.
Watch.
They say the Lion King has come, oh. Lion King has come, oh. All of us will go and hide. Now the rat, now take the challenge. Who will bury the cat? Yeah, Buhari.
No. You see, Asari Dokubo is happy. But come. My anger is this. Why didn't anyone take care of the office while Buhari was away? Why? What was Garba Shehu? What was he doing all this while? What was Femi Adesina doing? There was a time I wanted to say that we should stop paying them their salaries, because they were not doing anything. But I figured that they will be going into the office to clean it and mop the floor and sweep the desk. No, that was what I thought. And chase away the rats. I thought that was what they were doing. Little did I know that they were not doing anything. For goodness sake. Okay. Now that the rats are there and we are in a recession, why didn't they go for cheap ways of removing them? Why do they have to bring Julius Berger to pay the millions of dollars to take care of the rats? Why? There's an easy way. Instead of paying Julius Berger millions of naira to remove these rats, we should just get one of these cats. No, not that one. That one is still trying to decide whether to commit suicide or not. I'm talking about the real one. Yeah. It is easy to picture cats as innocent creeps. This picture you're looking at proves that otherwise they are dangerous. They are dangerous. No. In Sierra Leone, they call them witches. On a serious note, this one is a red alert. It is for all of you social media type. You, Tomato Juice. It's for you. All of you. You. The Nigerian military said, especially you, keeping it real. The Nigerian military said that from now on, they will be monitoring social media for anti-government, anti-military, and anti-intelligence posts.
They want to suppress our free speech.
If you're not intelligent, you're in trouble. Now, the Nigerian military, they are a very professional force, busy fighting the dreaded Boko Haram. They're serious. For them to dedicate limited resources, there must be something evil that happened that triggered it. Let me find out from the army spokesman. What?
Social media is a challenge. It's a double-edged sword, and we are also having a bit of it. Imagine when the president came back and addressed the nation, not up to 30 minutes later, a fake speech of the commander-in-chief was being circulated.
I know. Ooh, he explains it. I read that speech too. Oh yeah. Did you read the speech? Yeah. I was fooled too. I was fooled by that speech. The way it was written in the speech that Buhari thanked his vice president for holding forth while he was away made me tear up. And then the speech said that Buhari will pay for his medical bill in London because he promised to end medical tourism when elected president. You know, that one made me weep. You know, I cried out. I said, that is the Buhari that I knew. You know, like Maita Masula.
My goodness. By the grace of God, this is a potential greatest Nigerian leader that we have ever had.
My goodness. Potential greatest Nigerian leader. So I was devastated when I discovered that it wasn't Buhari's real speech. That it wasn't the real speech. I said, what a mischief maker that guy is. Look at his face. He's a mischief maker. Wait a minute. Please. Can you go back and play that clip again? Can you?
Imagine when the president came back and addressed the nation, not up to 30 minutes later, a fake speech of the commander-in-chief was being circulated.
You see, excuse me, General. That speech was published on August 20th. Almost 24 hours before Buhari spoke. No, not after, before. You can see the publication date. You can see that, you know. In fact, I thought the writer was the name was on the speech the name was on the and he says boldly that it's a draft too. You know. I even thought that he was giving Buhari expo what to say. You know, by publishing it ahead of Buhari, that he was giving him hints. These are the kind of things you need to say. You know,
we have our strategic media centers that monitor the social media to be able to sieve out and to react to all the ones and the ones that will be anti-government, be anti-military, be anti-security. We tackle them appropriately with appropriate responses.
Now, this is what happens when old people talk about new technology. For real. They don't really understand what they are talking about. They don't. You know, no disrespect, General. You know, it happens to me every day. I say, do what I do. You know, get your own Sasha. That's what I do. I have to message I have Sasha. They are the people that they will explain things to me like what they call figures of speech. You know what I mean? Figures of speech. Sometimes, you know, it's figures of speech. You know, satire, you know, these kind of things. You know, no. This is a segment we call Secrets of
Picture.
It's based on a premise that a picture is worth more than 1,000.
Well.
Now, the picture you're looking at is the picture of the day Buhari came back. And he met the vice president and he was giving him a report about what happened. In this picture, the vice president was saying to him, you know, while you were away, 60-something-year-old Charlie boy finally grew up. The guy grew up. That was what he was saying. He was saying, while you were away. You know. This new segment we call Retweet is not
endorsement.
Yes, yeah, you know that if you're on Twitter, if you retweet something, it doesn't mean you're endorsing it. Now, this tweet you are looking at is from the famous internet senator, Ben Bruce. You know him? The common sense senator. Yeah, in the tweet he wrote, fact of life. You can tell if a child is still immature if he cries a lot. You can tell if a government is still immature if it blames a lot. Which is a good, I think the man is right. You know, if a government complains a lot, it's not mature government. It also follows that you can tell if a president is immature if he tweets a lot. We're talking about you know the person I'm talking about. The same way you can tell if a senator is immature if he tweets a lot. Anyway, you got what I'm saying. Common sense and tweeting. Here are some stories making headline news across Nigerian newspapers this week. Arewa youths withdraw quick notice to Igbo. Are you not happy? It's over. If you think this was a premature withdrawal, hit retweet. If you think it was long overdue, click like. I know you've done that many times on Twitter. Yeah. If you think, do one of them. You know, nonsense. You want us to clap for you. Withdraw with nonsense. Femi Fani-Kayode insists on Buhari's resignation. Says the Lord has spoken using rats, like he did to Balaam using donkey. Now, this is all I have to say. about this. Kids, stay away from drugs. No, stay away from drugs. That, from me to you. That's it. That's all I have to say. Salaries. Lawmakers are unarmed armed robbers, says Olusegun Obasanjo, the former president. I think it's true. It's true, you know? And for 8 years as president, you, Obasanjo, watered their garden with bribe money. Yeah, he was giving them bribe, and now he's calling them armed robbers. Yeah, nonsense. Charlie Boy to hit the streets to protest for Desiane's extradition. Did you hear that? Yeah. After the failure, after the end of, after the end of resign or resume, resume or resign, he is now targeting Desiane Alison Madeke.
Continuation.
Now, this is the reaction from the militants. They said to Charlie Boy, "We thought that you learned something from Wuse Market. We can't wait to welcome you to the Niger Delta." I pity the guy. You know, he's trying. He's trying. He's the only one who is out there pushing. Yeah, not people who are in the studio talking ba 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 ba. Anyway, this one is for you, my man. You know, I'll get you one every week. Marrying a rich guy doesn't guarantee a happy marriage, says actress Uche Agua. Tomato just agreed. You see. Let me tell you. What this tells me is that the guy you married was not rich enough. That's it. If the guy is rich enough, happiness everywhere. You see, didn't you see Saraki's wife shopping at a Harrods store? She didn't care about where Saraki was. You know, you have the credit card, you find happiness. Yes. That happiness, that money cannot buy you happiness, is because you don't know where to shop. Yes. Go to Dubai, you will be happy. I was there. I didn't have money, but I was happy. Like, what? This is real gold. People buy this. What? This will be good on Tomato Just, but I can't help you. It's time for your email. It's time for your email. Wow, Tomato Just, you're in uniform today.
I try.
And this hair is wonderful. I mean, people are talking about it. People are writing me saying, are people hiding it?
Okay, so you are joining them online.
No.
You are joining them.
No.
It's okay.
No, people like it. I like it. You know, I can look. I can't find. With Tomato Just still here. Oh, okay.
I might be hiding something
She's
in there.
hiding in here.
So watch what you say.
Maybe there's money there. You know. Anyway, all right.
Maybe there are some rats there.
No. This is America.
This is not Nigeria.
No, this is America. This is what are you talking about?
This is not Nigeria.
We don't have rats in America.
I don't even have.
We don't have rats in America.
Thank you.
All right. So, do we have emails today?
Every day, doctor.
All right. Let's hear them, please.
All right. Our first email is from Cynthia. She writes.
Cynthia.
Yeah. Do you know her?
I know her from somewhere in East Africa.
Well, let's see.
Okay, let's see.
Dear Doctor.
Yes.
My name is Cynthia Zawadi. Your #1 fan.
I told you.
From Busia, Kenya.
You see, this my trip to Kenya is bearing fruit. I hope there won't be any other fruit. Okay.
I started watching your show 4 weeks ago.
Wow.
And I have to. It wasn't that when you were. Okay, maybe
4 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago.
And I have to say that it is insightful, engaging, and very funny.
Wow.
As you know, last week in Kenya, we had our elections.
Yes, I was there.
That is why I could not come to Nairobi.
To see me.
And preambulate strategically in the CBD in order to meet you.
Wow.
Please be encouraged because your show has helped me learn a lot about democracy in Africa.
Wow. You see, I didn't know that. I didn't know that we're doing a good job. You know? Thank you, Cynthia.
I wonder why some Africans feel the need to belittle those who do not favor their views.
Exactly.
Or hold similar opinions with them. As a supporter of Raila Odinga, we have been called stubborn, violent, and immature because we have refused to confirm the declaration of the IEBC. However, in the words of Rene Desati,
wow, philosopher.
I live therefore.
I am. I think. Oh, okay. The one I know is that I am, therefore
because
I think, therefore I am. You know, okay.
Please keep on the good work and tell Tomato Just that I love her style.
Wow. and her hair, you know. We are talking about it. Thank you, Cynthia. Cynthia, thank you so much. You know, I really enjoyed my stay in Kenya. I promise to come back when there won't be any election. You know, because that election made me not to be able to travel into the city, into the villages and see people. You know what I mean? Thank you. But I will be there next time, you know, very soon. Next?
I hope you bring me this time.
You will go. We go to Safari. You know, it's a wonderful place.
Thank God.
Yeah, we go. Don't worry. I'm working on some things now and there. Yeah.
Woo!
Okay.
Our second email is from David in Lagos.
David, that's my friend now, David.
You sure?
Remember him? Yeah. Under Oshodi Bridge, we used to hang out there. No, it's a beautiful place.
And do
Mama
what?
Put, you eat.
What do you do?
Bomo, real Bomo. You used to be there. They kill the goat and Bomo. You don't know Bomo?
What is it?
I thought you were part of Nigeria. Anyway, keep going. David is sweating. Yeah.
What's up, Doc?
Yes, my man.
Keep up the good work. But I have a few questions to ask. Number one.
Yes.
Why do you have a hammer attached to your stethoscope? Number two. Why are your quotes always taken from page 419 of the books?
What?
And finally, are you related to Goodluck Jonathan? Because you resemble him to some extent. I am curious. Laugh out loud.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, my man. Nice questions, you know. nice question. But that is all the time we have for emails. Please keep sending your emails.
How can you just finish the email without answering his questions? David asked you questions you have not addressed. I want to know.
Well, the answer is in page 419 of.
Doctor, really?
Okay.
Wow.
You know what? I have answered this question several times. I have said that is not correct. That I am the illegitimate son of Goodluck Jonathan. I've said that many times. It is not correct. That is not correct. That my hammer is used in damaging things. That is not correct. And that is not correct that all books have page 419. Capiche? Capiche? That's it. That's all the time we have. That's all the time we have for emails. Please keep sending your emails to Dr. Damages at
gmail.com.
And follow us on Twitter at
Dr. Damages.
And on Instagram at
Dr. Damages.
Now here is my concern for today.
Okay.
It's taken from page 419 of the book In Pursuit of Kindness by George Saunders. And it says, what I regret most in my life are failures of kindness.
Wow.
Those moments when another human being was there in front of me, suffering, and I responded sensibly, reservedly, and mildly.
Wow.
Until next week, I'm Dr. Damages. I diagnose.
You hear yourself.
So, Tomato Juice.
Yes.
So what's going on? There's a hurricane coming to America. You know that.
You have to ask yourself, what would Trump do?
What would Trump do to a hurricane? He can't go there because he will blow off his hair. No, he can't go near the thing.
Me too. You don't have a pistol.
The hurricane will blow off the hair.
Welcome to Forstview Luxury Hotel. At Forstview Luxury Hotel, we offer excellent service. Our rooms have all the necessary facilities to make your stay comfortable and memorable. You will also have access to internet service, breakfast, 24-hour power supply, full air condition, free international calls, free tire pumping service, and free car battery charge. So what are you waiting for? Quickly visit Forstview Luxury Hotel. We are located at number 1 Adeola Mishile off Raji Rasaki Road, First Estate, Amuwo, Odofin Festac, Lagos. For more information or reservation, please call us on 080-7578-7135 or 080-9990-0601. You can also take advantage of our online ongoing promo at www.forceviewhotel.com to make your reservation and payment for your favorite room, which attracts a discount rate. Please note, rooms are reserved based on first come, first serve. Forstview Luxury Hotel. Experience the home of comfort. They come.